Hello YouTubers, realized I hadn't done an update on Project Life in quite a while, so I thought I would share my last few weeks, 6 through 9. I just finished 9, so I thought, hey, let's get it done and get it up here. This is my week 6. I really didn't do anything fancy. It was one of those weeks where I had a half an hour to get it done, so I just did it. Pretty boring week actually, so I kind of had to fill in with things I wouldn't normally fill in. The one cool thing that happened this week is that my son's school had a visit from the governor of 44 villages from Mali, Africa. He's actually running for president there and hoping to win, and it was kind of an experience we didn't expect, and it was fun to put that in Project Life. Have a few drawings that my son drew for me put in here as some fillers, and a note my son left me after school. And then this was Valentine's week, week 7, so I tried to stick with the red theme. Pretty simple as well on this. I did a little bit more on the journaling, added a heart here. I covered up the original little spot on the Project Life 4x6 card with some pattern paper I had left over from a Valentine's project. Used some punches and some leftover stuff that I was making, happened to be making for a card, so that was nice. Used my app in my phone, PicStitch, to do a 4x6 collage so I could just print it out. Another heart. Some foam thickers, and then another collage with the PicStitch. So pretty simple page. And then this was week 8. Finally got to go to the movies and realized when I was doing my pages that I had already pre-filled a few of them from the week before with a quote and a picture. So when I went to do my page planning, I didn't open my Project Life book to see what I already had in there, and so I kind of had to make a little flap here. I just did it with some washi tape. I may have to change that just so it's on there a little safer, but for now the journaling is on with the picture. Pretty simple. Still using mostly Project Life products with a few extras like the labels and that sort of thing. Use some felt thickers here and a close to my heart stamp with StazOn ink. This right here, I didn't want to use just a plain old 4x6 grid card, so I used one of the, they're not quite 4x6, but they come in the Project Life kits, and you're supposed to fold them in half to put the journaling inside and that sort of thing, but I just left it open and put the 2 photos, and I didn't want it to slide around, so I backed it with some scrap craft cardstock that I had left over from project, just so it didn't slide around in there. And then this is this week's. Still pretty much Project Life products. Maybe a few things that are left out on the page. I mean out on my desk. Used a rub-on here, an old rub-on. It says Imagination. My son was doing his miming, I guess you would say, performance for his theater arts class. He was practicing in front of us. And then this right here is just a Project Life card that I punched little flowers on with an old punch. It's just an old EK Success one. And then put a cardstock card that I had cut from extra pieces. I already had it laying in my Project Life stuff. And just backed it so it kind of looked interesting. used a stamp from close to my heart. Pretty simple stuff, but it's done. I've been staying caught up. Very, very happy. Thanks for watching.